Good day, folks. I want to show everybody a splined gear. So here's the shaft, and here's the end that would go on. I want to show everybody and tell everybody the importance of why you should keep this lubricated with something to stop that rust from happening. When this is in here, like it's supposed to be, and that rusts inside there, this is a little dry shaft. I'm changing the actual U-joints in it right now. There's the pile of bad ones, and then there's the new ones. But this here spline joint is kind of rusty. And if lubricant was in there, that rust wouldn't be there, and the tightness to the joint would be very tight. So when it's rusty like that, and this is being used, rotated and vibrated, that rust in there basically eats away at everything else. It's acting like a sandpaper, a grit, and what ends up happening is this joint here can become really loose, and then after that point, if it's too loose, these splines here will it'll just spin inside that. To prevent that, use some oil. Every so often, take a can of some kind of penetrating oil or some kind of oil and spray inside that joint. Keep it nice and lubricated all the time so that rust doesn't happen and that wearing don't happen. And then you'll always have a tight splined joint. This particular joint is still okay because it wasn't being used. If it would have been left this way and used, that would have wore out quite a bit. Do yourself a favor and keep that joint lubricated. Even when it's on the bike or on whatever, you can take a can of something and spray it. Use a thin lubricant so it penetrates deep within the joint. Something that's too thick won't penetrate in too deep. So use something thin that's really going to penetrate deep in there to stop that rust from happening. And like I said, every so often, give it a squirt. Prevent that from happening. Save yourself a pile of grief and a pile of money. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and thank you very much for those that already have.